Today we're dialing in amperage and getting some practice on some open root plate in preparation for pipe. I'm using a Thunderbolt old school stick welder with a scratch start rig set up, 1/8 inch gap, 37.5 inch bevels, no land. This is the technique that I use when I do lay wire. I try to go forward and back in a freehand method rather than wiggling it side to side. I find it tends to push the root in a little bit further than wiggling the cup side to side. You can do either way. This is a little walk the cup, wiggling the cup type method. I'm not wiggling it much. I don't want much side to side action. I'd like a little bit of reinforcement. Same settings that you find work on this will work on pipe as long as the thickness and the fit up is the same. Here's a simple trick for starting the arc using scratch start rig to keep a sharp tip on your tungsten. Simply just flick the rod where it makes contact with the plate or pipe and the side of the tungsten, and you'll get an arc without crapping up the tip of the tungsten. Just one method. This is a freehand hot pass at 120 amps, just a little bit hotter than I welded the root. Sometimes I don't even go up higher, depends on how much metal I put in. Main thing is I don't want to suck back the root. I don't want to melt through the root. So I'm moving pretty quickly across the middle. I'm trying to motor on, not hang out for too long. And then as I snap out, I trail out like that to avoid leaving a crater. Same settings and all will work on pipe. This is a 6G practice joint. It's got a root pass in there. I'm going to put a hot pass in there. It's very much like what I just did on the hot pass freehanding on the plate. If you never welded pipe before, it makes sense to weld a few practice plates to get your settings and your technique down. All right, back to the plate again. This is walking the cup. Kind of trying to motor out on the hot pass. I turned it up a little bit for the hot pass here. Then, after the hot pass is in there, and I'm not worried about melting through the root anymore, I cranked it up some more. And I'm walking the cup, stacking two little weave passes in there. That's the first one. And the second one will go up possibly a little bit slower because I've got a little groove to fill in there. I'm using a number 8 stubby gas lens for this. We made some real improvements to our stubby gas lens kits recently, and one of the main changes we made was adding more cups. Now you get size 4 all the way through size 8 ceramic cups. The real difference maker, though, the change that we made is we swapped out the 332 gas lens for this ferric gas lens, which has an O-ring groove on it, and that's going to let you use the ferric clear cups as well as ceramic cups. Just makes it much more useful. You won't have to buy the $25 adapter kit. You'll just be able to use clear cups with the stubby gas lens cup. So why use a clear cup? Not everybody needs one, but I'm in my 60s and it really helps me see. I think you'll find the same. When you go back to using a ceramic cup, it really is like somebody dims the lights a little bit. I still use ceramic cups, don't get me wrong, but there's a place for each.